Everyone says you need to spend big money to get a motorcycle, but these 10 all-new $2,000 bikes are about to destroy that lie completely. From fuel injection that shames expensive bikes to customer support that'll help you faster than anyone else, number one might just be the smartest purchase you'll make in your entire life. We're starting our countdown at number 10 with the Venom X1850cc, which proves that sometimes the best motorcycle is the one that actually exists in your garage instead of your dreams. At $1,499, this little street-legal wonder costs less than most people spend on their monthly streaming subscriptions and gym memberships they never use. This 50cc automatic transmission bike delivers exactly what it promises: basic transportation that won't require a second mortgage. The engine produces enough power to get you around town without the drama of a temperamental Italian superbike or the maintenance schedule of a German luxury car. It's street legal, which means you can actually ride it instead of just staring at it in your garage while explaining to your neighbors why your midlife crisis cost more than their car. The automatic transmission means you won't have to worry about stalling at traffic lights while trying to impress someone who's probably not paying attention anyway. It's perfect for new riders who want to learn without the added complexity of clutch control, or experienced riders who just want something simple for quick trips to the store. The fuel economy is surprisingly good, delivering around 80 miles per gallon, which means you'll spend more on parking meters than gasoline. The lightweight construction makes it easy to maneuver in tight spaces, and the simple maintenance schedule means you won't need to become best friends with your local mechanic or learn to speak Italian to understand the service manual. The build quality is solid for something in this price range, with decent plastics and reliable electrical components. The seat is comfortable enough for short trips, and the storage compartment under the seat provides space for basic tools or personal items. The lighting is adequate for urban riding, and the braking system provides enough stopping power for the bike's modest performance. Sure, it's not going to win any drag races or impress anyone at bike night, but it will get you from point A to point B without requiring a degree in mechanical engineering or a trust fund. Sometimes the most shocking thing about a motorcycle is that it actually works as advertised. But as soon as you see what new premium suspension number 8 reveals for under $1,800, that cruiser starts to look expensive. We encounter a bike that proves good things really do come in small packages, assuming you don't mind explaining to everyone why your motorcycle looks like it belongs in a toy store. The Lifan KPM Mini 150 at $1,750 packs more engineering sophistication into its 240-pound frame than motorcycles costing 5 times as much. This 149cc single-cylinder engine produces 12 horsepower and 9.5 pound-feet of torque, which doesn't sound like much until you realize the whole bike weighs less than most people's luggage when they go on vacation. Here's where it gets shocking. This little machine features inverted front forks and a rear monoshock, suspension technology usually reserved for premium sport bikes that cost more than most people's annual salary. The digital dashboard includes a fuel gauge, something mysteriously absent from motorcycles costing 10 times as much, proving that sometimes the cheapest option is also the most practical. The 31-inch seat height and adult-friendly ergonomics mean you won't look like a circus performer trying to ride a children's toy. It's nimble enough for city traffic, stable enough for highway cruising, and reliable enough that you won't need to keep a mechanic on speed dial. What's truly mind-blowing is that this bike offers a genuine alternative to the Honda Gram or Kawasaki Z125 Pro at half the price, with better suspension technology. It's proof that you don't need to pay premium prices for premium engineering. You just need to be willing to buy from a company that doesn't spend half its budget on marketing campaigns. The build quality is impressive for something in this price range. The welds are clean, the plastics fit properly, and nothing rattles or feels cheap. The digital instrument cluster is clear and easy to read, providing all the information you need without overwhelming you with unnecessary data. The LED lighting is bright and modern, giving the bike a contemporary look that won't seem dated in a few years. The fuel injection system works flawlessly, providing consistent performance in all weather conditions. Cold starts are effortless, and the throttle response is crisp and predictable. The 5-speed transmission shifts smoothly, and the clutch engagement is progressive and forgiving, making it perfect for new riders or experienced riders who just want something easy to live with. The braking system features disc brakes front and rear, providing excellent stopping power for such a lightweight machine. The tires are quality units that provide good grip in both wet and dry conditions. The overall handling is nimble and predictable, making it fun to ride in urban environments or twisty back roads. Premium suspension was just the warm-up. Number 7 has people convinced they've stepped into a time machine. The Boschan Storm 250 at $1,795. This isn't a throwback. It's a full-blown resurrection of what motorcycles used to be. Delivers pure 1980s nostalgia with modern reliability, creating a time machine that actually works. This 229cc air-cooled single produces 16 horsepower and 15 pound-feet of torque through a 5-speed manual transmission that feels exactly like motorcycles used to feel before everything became computerized and complicated. The round headlamp, spoked wheels, and simple tank design scream classic motorcycle without the classic motorcycle problems like electrical systems designed by people who thought electricity was just angry pixies running through copper wires. Modern disc brakes provide stopping power that actually works, unlike the drum brakes that made stopping an adventure in physics and prayer. At 285 pounds with a 31.5-inch seat height, it's accessible to most riders without feeling cramped or toy-like. The riding position is upright and comfortable, perfect for those who remember when motorcycles were about the journey, not just the destination Instagram photo. What's shocking is how refreshing it feels to ride something that doesn't beep, flash, or try to connect to your smartphone. No ride modes, no traction control, no electronic nannies telling you how to ride. Just you, the bike, and the road. Exactly like motorcycles were meant to be before engineers decided that riding needed to be more complicated than operating a space shuttle. The Storm proves that sometimes the best technology is no technology at all, just solid engineering and honest design that works every time you turn the key. The carburetor is properly jetted from the factory. The ignition timing is spot on, and the overall tune is smooth and predictable. The exhaust note has that classic single-cylinder thump that reminds you why people fell in love with motorcycles in the first place. The steel frame is robust and well-designed, providing a solid foundation for the simple but effective suspension. The front forks are properly damped, and the rear shocks provide adequate comfort without feeling mushy or vague. The braking system is more than adequate for the bike's performance level, with good feel and progressive engagement. The fuel system is straightforward and reliable, with a properly sized tank and reserve petcock. The seat is comfortable for extended rides, and the riding position reduces fatigue on longer journeys. The overall build quality is solid, with attention paid to details like cable routing and component mounting. Vintage looks got everyone talking, but number 6 goes even further with fuel injection that has carburetor critics cheering for once. The Lifan KPM at $1,800. This $2,000 surprise isn't just reliable, it's a game changer for budget bikes. Features electronic fuel injection, a technology that eliminates the carburetor headaches that have plagued budget motorcycles since the dawn of time. This 197cc single-cylinder engine produces 14 horsepower and 13.8 pound-feet of torque with the kind of consistent fuel delivery that makes cold starts actually work instead of turning into a morning ritual involving prayers to mechanical deities. The dual-purpose design means you can ride it on pavement without feeling like you're piloting a tractor and take it on gravel roads without immediately calling for a tow truck. The 17-inch wheels and dual-purpose tires provide confidence on various surfaces, while the rear luggage rack adds practicality for those who actually use their motorcycles for transportation instead of just weekend photo opportunities. Weighing 278 pounds with a 32.7-inch seat height, it strikes that perfect balance between manageable and stable. The hydraulic front disc brake provides stopping power that actually stops you, instead of just slowing you down gradually while you pray for divine intervention. What's truly shocking is finding fuel injection technology at this price point. EFI means consistent performance, regardless of temperature, altitude, or the phase of the moon. No more flooding carburetors. No more choke procedures that require a degree in mechanical engineering. Just turn the key and ride. It's built by one of China's largest motorcycle manufacturers, which means parts availability and reliability that won't leave you stranded with an expensive paperweight that occasionally makes motorcycle noises. The fuel injection system is sophisticated enough to handle varying conditions, but simple enough that it won't leave you stranded with mysterious error codes that require a computer science degree to decipher. The suspension is well tuned for both street and light off-road use, with enough travel to handle rough pavement and gravel roads without beating you to death. The seat is comfortable enough for longer rides, and the upright riding position reduces fatigue on extended journeys. The instrument cluster is simple but informative, providing all the essential information without unnecessary complexity. The build quality is impressive for something in this price range, with solid construction and attention to detail. The frame is properly welded and finished, the bodywork fits correctly, and the electrical system uses quality components. The overall fit and finish rivals motorcycles, costing significantly more. Fuel injection was impressive, but number 5 looks like it rolled out of a war zone. For just $2,000, this beast doesn't care about comfort. It's built to survive anything. Miss this deal, and you'll regret it the next time your overpriced bike lets you down. The TaoMotor TBR 7250 at $1,895 comes with both electric start and a backup Kickstarter because apparently someone finally realized that having a backup plan is more important than having heated grips or Bluetooth connectivity. This 229cc air-cooled single produces 16 horsepower and 15.5 pound-feet of torque through a 5-speed manual transmission that's built for work, not show. The long-travel telescopic front fork and twin rear shocks are designed to handle real-world terrain, not just the perfectly smooth roads that exist only in motorcycle commercials. At 287 pounds with a 34-inch seat height, it's built for riders who actually ride, instead of just posing for social media photos. What sets this bike apart is its honest, no-nonsense approach to motorcycling. Simple analog gauges show you what you need to know without overwhelming you with information you don't need. A rear luggage rack comes standard because apparently someone realized that motorcycles should be useful, not just pretty. The Kickstarter backup means that when your battery dies, which it will at the worst possible moment, you're not stuck calling for a tow truck while explaining to your friends why your motorcycle won't start. It's the kind of practical thinking that's been missing from modern motorcycle design, where everything is electronic and nothing has a backup plan. This is a motorcycle for people who use their bikes like tools, not toys. It's built to work every day without complaint, which is more than you can say for most motorcycles costing twice as much. The frame is robust and designed to handle cargo loads. The engine is tuned for reliability rather than peak performance, and every component is chosen for durability rather than weight savings or aesthetic appeal. The carburetor is a simple, reliable unit that's easy to service and adjust. The air filter is accessible without removing half the bike, and the oil changes are straightforward affairs that don't require special tools or exotic fluids. The chain and sprockets are heavy-duty units designed for long service life, and the tires are chosen for durability and traction rather than ultimate performance. The suspension is tuned for comfort and capability rather than sport riding, with enough travel to handle rough terrain and cargo loads. The seat is designed for all-day comfort, and the riding position is upright and natural. The controls are simple and intuitive, with no unnecessary complexity or electronic interference. Just when you thought Expedition Ready was impressive, number 4 shows up dressed for a luxury safari. It looks so high-end, most riders assume you're loaded. Then they spot the Kickstarter and realize this $2,000 beast just faked everyone out. The RPS Hawk 250 DLX at $1,900 delivers aggressive adventure bike styling that makes it look like it escaped from a motorcycle magazine, but with a price tag that won't require you to explain to your spouse why the mortgage payment is late. This 250cc air-cooled single produces 17 horsepower and 16.5 pound-feet of torque, which is more than enough to handle both street riding and actual off-road adventures. The long travel suspension and oversized tires mounted on rugged spoked wheels give it genuine off-road capability, not just the appearance of capability. The digital instrument panel provides clear readouts for speed, RPMs, gear position, and fuel level, without looking like it was designed by someone who thought more information equals better riding. At 292 pounds with a 34-inch seat height, it has the presence of a much more expensive adventure bike without the price tag that requires financing terms longer than most college degrees. The disc brakes front and rear provide confident stopping power even on loose surfaces, which is more than you can say for the drum brakes found on many budget alternatives. What's shocking is how much this bike looks and feels like motorcycles costing 4 times as much. The high stance, aggressive bodywork, and rugged appearance make it look like it belongs on an adventure riding expedition, not in the budget motorcycle category. It's perfect for riders who want the adventure bike experience without the adventure bike price tag, or for those who actually plan to use their motorcycle for adventures instead of just talking about adventures while their expensive bike sits in the garage. The suspension is properly tuned for both street and off-road use, with enough travel to handle serious terrain while remaining comfortable on pavement. The engine produces good torque for climbing hills and powering through sand or mud. The transmission is robust and well-geared for both highway cruising and technical riding. The build quality is impressive for something in this price range, with solid construction and attention to detail. The frame is properly designed and executed, the bodywork fits well without gaps or misalignment, and the overall finish is clean and professional. The spoked wheels are properly tensioned and true, the chain and sprockets are quality units, and the electrical system uses proper connectors and routing. The fuel system is reliable and well-designed, with a properly sized tank and quality petcock. The carburetor is jetted correctly from the factory and responds well to throttle inputs. The exhaust system is properly designed for the engine's characteristics and produces a satisfying sound without being obnoxiously loud. The seat is comfortable for extended rides, with good padding and proper shape for the riding position. The handlebars are positioned correctly for both street and off-road riding, and the controls fall naturally to hand. The foot pegs are positioned for comfort and control, with good grip even in muddy conditions. Adventure styling was just the appetizer. Wait until you see what number 3 reveals about fuel injection reliability that shocks mechanics everywhere. The Venom X22R Max at $2,699 features a 250cc fuel-injected engine that delivers consistent performance without the carburetor drama that has plagued budget motorcycles since the beginning of time. The EFI system provides reliable cold starts and consistent fuel delivery, regardless of weather conditions, altitude, or whether you remembered to say your morning prayers to the motorcycle gods. The modern styling looks contemporary without trying too hard to be something it's not. Clean lines, functional bodywork, and a design that won't look dated in 5 years make this bike a solid choice for riders who want something that looks like it belongs in this decade. What's truly shocking is finding reliable fuel injection at this price point. EFI technology eliminates the guesswork and frustration of carburetor tuning, cold start procedures, and the mysterious stalling that seems to happen at the worst possible moments. Just turn the key and ride, exactly like motorcycles should work. The build quality is surprisingly solid for something in this price range, with fit and finish that won't embarrass you at bike night. It's not trying to compete with premium brands on prestige, but it delivers where it counts: reliability, performance, and value. This bike proves that you don't need to choose between modern technology and affordable pricing. Sometimes you can have both, assuming you're willing to buy from a company that focuses on building motorcycles instead of building brand image. The fuel injection system is properly calibrated and uses quality components that provide consistent performance across a wide range of operating conditions. The throttle response is crisp and predictable, making the bike easy to ride in traffic or on twisty roads. The engine management system is sophisticated enough to handle varying conditions, but simple enough that it won't leave you stranded with mysterious error codes. The suspension is well tuned for street riding, providing a comfortable ride without sacrificing handling. The braking system is adequate for the bike's performance level, with good feel and progressive engagement. The transmission shifts smoothly, and the clutch engagement is progressive and predictable. Everyone loves to mock cheap bikes, until number 2 rolls up and makes legacy brands sweat. This one's built so well, it's not just street legal, it makes the industry shaking. The Lifan KPM 200 at $2,899 delivers 200 cc of performance with full street legal compliance, meeting all the safety and emission standards that keep government regulators happy and riders legal. This bike proves that Chinese manufacturers can build to strict American specifications when they put their minds to it, creating motorcycles that work as advertised instead of just looking good in photos. The modern features and reliable performance make this bike a genuine alternative to more expensive options from established brands. It's not trying to be something it's not, just a solid, dependable motorcycle that starts every time and gets you where you're going without drama or disappointment. What's shocking is how far Chinese motorcycle manufacturing has come. Gone are the days of questionable build quality and mysterious electrical problems. This bike represents the new generation of Chinese motorcycles that actually work as intended, with reliability that rivals more expensive alternatives. The street legal compliance means you can actually ride it places without worrying about whether it meets local regulations. All the necessary safety equipment, emissions controls, and documentation come standard, not as expensive add-ons that double the price. This bike is perfect for riders who want proven performance without paying premium prices for brand prestige. Sometimes the best motorcycle is the one that works reliably without requiring a trust fund to purchase or maintain. The attention to detail is impressive for something in this price range. The welds are clean and consistent, the paint job is even and durable, and the chrome work is properly applied. The electrical system uses quality components and proper wiring practices, eliminating the random failures that plagued earlier Chinese motorcycles. The engine is properly assembled with correct tolerances and quality gaskets, ensuring reliable operation and minimal oil leaks. The fuel system is properly designed with quality components that won't clog or fail prematurely. The carburetor is jetted correctly from the factory, eliminating the tuning nightmares that plague many budget motorcycles. The air filtration system is adequate for the engine's needs and easily serviceable without special tools or procedures. The suspension is well designed and properly tuned for street riding, providing good comfort and handling characteristics. The braking system is more than adequate for the bike's performance level, with good feel and consistent operation. The transmission is smooth and well-geared for both city riding and highway cruising. And finally, the #1 bike that didn't just break the internet, it shattered everything. The CSC TT250 at $2,195 doesn't just sell you a motorcycle, it sells you peace of mind. This 229cc Zongshan-powered dual sport comes with something almost extinct in the budget motorcycle world: real support from a real American company based in California. When something breaks, you won't be stuck searching obscure websites or waiting 6 weeks for international shipping. California Scooter Company provides full parts availability, technical support, and even free shipping within the continental United States. The 16.1 horsepower and 15.5 pound-feet of torque from the proven Zongshan platform provide reliable performance tested by thousands of riders worldwide. At 277 pounds with a 34-inch seat height, it offers the perfect balance of manageable weight and confident stability. The classic dual sport styling with digital instrumentation, high front fender, and rear cargo rack makes it both functional and attractive, while providing reliable transportation with the backing of a company that actually answers the phone. What makes this bike truly shocking is the comprehensive support network behind it. California Scooter Company maintains extensive parts inventory, staffed by knowledgeable technicians who understand their products. They provide detailed service manuals, technical bulletins, video tutorials, and actually honor their warranty coverage. The free shipping policy within the continental United States eliminates major pain points of motorcycle ownership, potentially saving hundreds of dollars over the bike's lifetime. These budget motorcycles prove you don't need a fat wallet to ride something dependable, just the wisdom to choose function over flash. In a world where motorcycle prices have spiraled out of control, these machines represent a return to sanity. The shocking truth is that most riders don't need 200 horsepower or carbon fiber bodywork. They need reliable transportation that starts every morning and handles predictably without requiring a second mortgage. The real revelation is that the motorcycle industry has been selling riders a bill of goods for years, convincing them they need enormous amounts of money for reliable transportation. Consider this. Our top pick costs less than the annual insurance premium on many premium motorcycles. You could buy 3 of these bikes for the price of a single payment on a high-end touring bike, with maintenance costs being a fraction of European exotics. The performance may not set land speed records, but it's more than adequate for real-world riding. These bikes cruise comfortably at highway speeds, handle city traffic with ease, and provide years of reliable service with basic maintenance. The build quality has improved dramatically, with manufacturers understanding that reliability and durability matter more than flashy features that don't work properly. The most shocking aspect isn't their low prices or impressive features, it's how they expose the absurdity of premium motorcycle pricing. These budget bikes often have better parts availability and faster service than premium counterparts. While owners of expensive European bikes wait months for specialized overseas parts, these champions use common, readily available components that don't require specialized tools or factory-trained technicians. Think about the total cost of ownership over 5 years. A premium motorcycle might cost $31,000 total, while these budget bikes total around $5,500, a difference of over $25,000 that could go toward actually riding instead of just owning. The insurance costs alone are shocking. Premium bikes cost thousands annually, while these typically cost under $100 for full coverage. The shocking truth is that the motorcycle industry has been selling dreams instead of transportation, convincing riders they need enormous sums to experience motorcycling joy. These bikes prove that joy doesn't have a price tag. It comes from the simple act of riding, regardless of what you're riding. The community around these bikes is refreshingly focused on riding and enjoying motorcycles, rather than polishing chrome and arguing about brand superiority. Want to see more shocking motorcycle revelations? Click the video on your screen now.